Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last video what we are discuss? Last video we are discussing about motion of equations in graphical method and also calculus method. Okay. In this video we are going to discuss example 3.5 in NCERT textbook. So in example 3.5 we are discuss about the freely fall. Here question, discuss the motion of an object under free fall. So motion of an object is freely fall. Here neglect air resistance. So in this motion air resistance can be neglected. Okay, it is already mentioned in the question. So first of all we are understanding about the what is meant by freely fall. Students understand properly, this is a object, it is from a height to the, this is a ground, so the height from ground to the object is h. Okay, or understand, the distance from height to, from ground to object is height h. Okay, so freely fall means just we are dropping from a high distance. Okay, that is the freely fall. So from a height h the object is falling without any external force. Okay, here I am applying not any external force. Okay, it is just dropping from a height h. So in this situation we are discuss what are the conditions of the freely fall. Okay, so main conditions are velocity. So the body is at height h from the ground. Okay, so this is the ground. So this object is in free fall motion. Okay, in this free fall motion we are discuss what are the conditions of the object. Can you expect any conditions of the object? Yes, exactly. At this point, maximum point in freely fall motion, initial velocity of the object is 0. Understand? In freely falling body, the object is traveling from a height h from ground. In this situation, the main first condition is what is the initial velocity of the object. So initial velocity of the object is u equal to 0. Next, second condition. So what about the acceleration due to gravity? So the body acceleration due to gravity always acts toward the ground. So a equal to g. Here two conditions are depend. First one is initial velocity of the object. So at a height h from the ground, so the body gets initial velocity is 0. So initial velocity of object is 0, and also acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration due to gravity is always towards the ground only. But here the gravitation acceleration due to gravity value is plus g. Okay, those two are the conditions. We know that already. Motion of equations. What are the motion of equations? Anybody? First equation is v equal to u plus at. Second equation is x equal to ut plus of at square. Third equation is v square minus u square equal to 2ax. Okay, these three equations are called as motion of equations or kinematics equation. Here the freely fall object conditions are initial velocity u equal to 0, a equal to g. I am substituting these two values in above equations. So first equation v equal to u value is 0 plus a value plus g time t. Okay, v equal to gt, that is the first equation. This is the a equation a. So first equation is converted with v equal to gt. Now second equation, x equal to u value 0. So 0 into t 0. So total term is 0. 1 by 2 a value g t square. Okay, x equal to 1 by 2 g t square. So this is the second equation, equation b. These are the converted equations. Next, third equation, v square, okay, minus u value 0 equal to 2 a value g x. So v square equal to 2g x. This is the equation c. So equation a, equation b, equation c are called free fall motion of equations. Okay, a body is in free fall motion, the object gets the equations v equal to gt, x equal to 1 by 2 gt square, v square equal to 2gx. So motion of equations can be converted to like this. Okay, in case of free fall object, free fall motion of the object. Now I am drawing the graph acceleration versus time graph. Okay, acceleration versus time graph. Here time is increases 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 seconds. Okay, what about the acceleration due to gravity? So acceleration due to gravity is constant. So time is increases but acceleration due to gravity is constant. So the graph is x axis, y axis. Origin, along x axis I am taking the time, along y axis I am taking the acceleration, a value. So time is increases from 0 to 1 to 3 like that, but acceleration is constant. What is the acceleration due to gravity value? G equal to 9.8 meter per second square. That is the constant value, never changes. So acceleration versus time graph is constant. Okay. Next, velocity versus time graph. Okay, velocity versus time graph. Here I am using the first equation, equation a, v equal to gt. Okay, I am using this equation because velocity with respect to time graph, here velocity, here time. Here what is the g value? 9.8 into t. So here I am changing t, time value versus velocity value. Okay, at time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 0, substitute what is the velocity value? Velocity is 0. At time t equal to 1, substitute time t equal to 1 second, velocity value 9.8. At time t equal to 2 second, velocity value 19.6. At time t equal to 3 second, v equal to 27.6. At time t equal to 4, velocity value 39.2. I am making the graph t versus v. Along x-axis I am taking the time, along y-axis I am taking the velocity. So 0, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second, 7 second. Along y-axis values 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. So at a time t equal to 0. So along x-axis time t equal to 0, y-axis velocity is equal to 0. So point is here. First point. Second point, at time t equal to 1 second, velocity value. Velocity value is 9.8. So nearly here. Okay. At time t equal to 2 second, velocity value is 19.6 here. Okay. At time t equal to 3 second, velocity value is 27.6. So 27.6. Okay. At time t equal to 4 second, velocity value is 39.2. 39.2. So I am joining all these points. So the graph is straight line. So here you have observed that v equal to 9.8 into t. So 9.8 is constant. So it is in the form of the equation y equal to mx plus c. Okay. So y equal to mx plus c graph gives the straight line. So velocity versus time graph is also represents the straight line only. Okay. Acceleration versus time is constant. Here velocity versus time is straight line. Okay. Next, displacement versus time graph. Okay. So displacement versus time graph, I am using the equation x equal to displacement, x equal to versus t graph. Okay. X versus t graph, I am using equation v square equal to 2gx. Is it suitable? Here there is no time, so this is not useful. Next, x equal to 1 by 2 gt square. This is useful because x versus t graph. So x is displacement versus time graph. So this is the useful equation B. Okay. Displacement versus time graph. So x equal to 1 by 2 into g value 9.8 t square. So x equal to how many times gets cancelled? Nearly 4.9. Okay. So 4.9 t square. So x equal to 4.9 t square. Here I am changing the t values, gets the x values. So I am drawing the graph versus x, displacement versus time. So at a time t equal to 0, x equal to 0. At a time t equal to 1 second, displacement x equal to 4.9. At time t equal to 2 second, displacement x equal to 19.6. At time t equal to 3 second, time x equal to 44.1. Okay. Next, at time t equal to 4 second, displacement x equal to 78.4. Graph. X axis, this is the origin, this is the y axis. Along x axis I am taking the time t, along y axis I am taking the displacement x. Okay, displacement along x axis 0, 1, 2, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second, 7 second. Along y axis 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter, 20 meter, 25 meter, 30 meter, 35 meter, 40 meter, 45 meter. Okay. At time t equal to 0, x equal to 0. So point is here. Okay. At time t equal to 1 second, displacement x equal to 4.9. So 4.9 here. Okay. At time t equal to 2 second, displacement 19.6. Okay, 19.6. At time t equal to 3 second, displacement value is 44.1 meter. So 44.1 meter. Okay. So what is the graph here? Curve. Okay. This is a curved graph. So displacement versus time gives a curved graph. Okay. Next, velocity versus time gives the straight line graph, and acceleration versus time graph shows the constant. Okay, these are the graphs. Here you have to observe one thing: x equal to 4.9 t square. Here 4.9 is constant. So here equation is y equal to kx square. So y equal to kx square graph shows the curved line. Okay. These are the main key points in the free fall motion of object. Okay. Initial velocity of the object is equal to 0 always. That is a, these two conditions are very important in free fall motion. Okay. Depending on these two conditions, we can decide the object is in whether free fall motion or vertically projected. Okay. Next, example 3.6 from NCERT textbook, Galileo's law. Okay, Galileo's law for odd numbers. We are already learning 9th class. Galileo law of odd numbers. So, what is the statement of the Galileo law of odd numbers? The distance travelled during equal intervals of the time. If any object is in motion, it travel equal intervals of the time. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 second, like that, or 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, 20 second, like that, equal intervals from one to another. By body falling from rest. Falling from rest means it coming from some height to the ground. Stands to another in the same ratio as the odd numbers beginning with the unity. So in that situation, equal intervals of the time then the distance traveled by the object is odd numbers, 1 meter, 3 meter, next distance 5 meter, next distance 7 meter, like that. So time is equal interval, then displacement of the object is odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. Okay, it is proved. For example, this is a ground. Okay, here one object is there. I am considering 4 positions, 4 points in the motion A, B, C, D. D is in ground. Okay. So A to B distance is x naught. I am taking the A to B distance is x naught. A to C distance is x1. We don't know, just imagine the distance. A to C is x2. Okay. A to B is x0, A to C is x1, A to D is x2. At time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 1 second, at time t equal to 2 second, at time t equal to 3 second. Okay. At time t equal to 0 second, the object is located at point A. At time t equal to 1 second, the object is located at point B. At time t equal to 2 seconds, the object is located at point C. At time t equal to 3 seconds, the body is located at point D or ground. Okay, this is in free fall motion. Okay, we are already learned previous example what are the conditions of the freely fall. So conditions are initial velocity u equal to 0, acceleration a equal to g. Galileo says that equal intervals of time. So here this is the one interval, difference is 1 second. This is the second interval, difference is 1 second. This is the third interval, difference is 1 second. Equal intervals of the time, then the distance travelled by the object is odd numbers, 1 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter, 7 meter. So the distance from A to B is x naught. The distance from B to is, first one is 1 x naught, second distance B to C is 3 x naught, next third distance, next C to D is 3 x naught. So A to B is x naught, so A to C distance is A to C distance is double or not. First initially x naught, so it is 2 x naught. Next A to D is 3 x naught, like that. If you take the 4 x naught, like that. Okay. Here we are going to find the distance from A to B, A to C, A to D. So distance from A to D. So from A to first of all B. Okay. So what are the values from A to B? So initial velocity always 0. Next displacement A to B, displacement is x naught. Next acceleration due to gravity always acts towards the ground, A equal to t g. Time, so 1 second. Okay, A to B is 1 second. Which equation is suitable? X equal to ut plus half at square. It is useful. So substitute all these values. X equal to x naught, u equal to 0 into t plus 1 by 2, a value g, t value 1. Okay. So total value x equal to the term total 0 g by 2. Okay. So a to b distance x naught equal to g by 2. Now from a to c, from a to c, note down the values. So initial velocity always 0. So displacement x equal to x naught. Displacement from a to c. A to c is displacement x equal to x1. Next, acceleration due to gravity a equal to g. Next, time equal to 2 seconds. Substitute all these values in x equal to ut plus half at square. So x equal to ut plus half at square. So x value, what is the x value from a to c distance? Displacement is x equal to x1. Initial velocity is 0, so total term is 0. 0 into t plus 1 by 2 acceleration g, next time 2 square. Okay. x1 equal to 2 square 4. 4 into g by 2. Okay. This is the second equation. This is the distance x1 means a to c distance. Now from a to d. A to d means total distance from initial point to final point. So in that situation, initial velocity is remains 0, acceleration due to gravity g, displacement x equal to from a to d. From a to d distance is x2. What about the time? 3 seconds. So displacement x2, time equal to 3 seconds. Substitute all these values in equation x equal to ut plus of at square. So x equal to x2 equal to 0 into t plus 1 by 2 g, time value 3 seconds. So 3 square. x2 equal to this total term 0. So 3 square 9 g by 2. Okay. So this is the displacement x2 from a to d, g into 9 by 2. Now I am going to find the distance from a to b, b to c, c to d. Okay. That is our aim, to find the distance from a to b, b to c, c to d. So from a to b distance x equal to x naught, that value is g by 2. We have already find out. Next, b to c distance. I want to only b2 distance. So total distance is x1. I want to only b to c distance. So subtract from a to b distance. So x1 minus x0. So bc equal to from b to c distance. So total distance BC equal to AC minus AB. Okay. AC distance is x1 minus AB distance x0. What is the value of x1? 4 into g by 2 minus x1 value. X1 value is g by 2. So here how many times gets cancelled? 2 times. 2g minus g by 2. Here LCM is 2. So how many times? 4g. Here 2 into 2, 4g minus g. So here value is BC equal to 4G minus G, 3G by 2. So 3G by 2 means x naught only, 3x naught. So from B to distance B to C is 3x naught. So see the diagram. From A to B distance x naught, B to C distance is 3x naught. So this is also odd number, this is also odd number. Next, what about the C to D distance? C to D means, so total distance is x2. I am separating A to C distance x1. In that situation, we get the C to D distance. So total distance x2 subtract AC distance x1. So we will get the CD distance. So CD equal to AD minus AC. So CD equal to, from CD equal to what we write, AD minus AC. Okay. What is the distance from A to D? X2. What is the distance from A to C? Means A to C means x1. Substitute x1, x2 values. X2 equal to 9 into G by 2. X1 value 4 into G by 2. Here how many times gets cancelled? 2 times. 9 into G by 2 minus 2G. So here LCM is 2, 9G minus 4G. Okay. 9G minus 4G, 5G by 2. So 5 into G by 2. So G by 2 means x naught. So CD equal to 5x naught. So from C to D distance is 5x naught. So from diagram, so C to D is 5x naught. First of all, we are taking the distance A to B x naught, B to C, A to C is x1, A to D is x2. These are the assumed distance. But from the assumed distance, we will get the actual distance from A to B is x naught, B to C is 3x naught, C to D is 5x naught. What is this 3 are? Odd numbers. So the distance is odd number series. So time is equal interval, then distance is odd numbers 1, 3, 5, etc. Okay, are you clear, students? Don't feel any confusion. You can try 1 or 2 times. You can easily get the answers.